Maybe. That would be curious.
If we see him vibing and going for the teabags and all, I'm going to call like this is a whole like new meta level of adaptation.
He's like the Thing. Like he absorbs his opponent's like cheese.
And adapts.
So now he's just Naruto running around. You know, if he fights light, he's gonna roll up his sleeves. He's gonna be ready to go like that. Well, let's see. Let's see if he'll be screaming bowler at the end of the night, or if Sisqui is going to have a clean run into that grand final. Sriks versus Sisqui, Australia versus Spain. What do you got for us, Humming B?
Well, for now I got Sisqui going for those up the outer shield on ledge and did manage to ramp some damage, and we got the Sriks going for those huge hitbox here and there, but well, caught off guard by those flip on the side of the Spanish player. Finally finding a good phase here, evening the odds, but the damage are ramping up both sides up to now.
Just where things get interesting is you go for it.
No, I just wanted to say that they respect each other so much. You can see that their placement, their movement, that they just do not want to meddle with the opponent.
Now, if you were present for the last Sriks game, you would have seen how ludicrously accurate he is with these moves. These short hop fairs ain't like your mother's short hop fairs, brother. They go very, very precise. The problem with Sisqui, the problem with Dark Samus is they are so good at hurtbox shifting. Suddenly Sriks really has his work cut out for him as that tried and tested up B does come through for Sim out.
Oh, and finding good back here quite quickly, taking a kill here, and well, making the job done with that one wing angel here. The wing is out of the table, so Sriks needs to find other option to kill Sisqui here quickly before taking more damage.
It certainly is. Trying to buy his space. That's the interesting thing. You know, the threat bubble that comes out here, it's almost like a Venn diagram. Because you want to be close enough that that sword can force a kill, but not so far away that you're giving them charge shot for free. You're giving them free missiles.
Yes, and I would say even more. You want Sisqui to be the one coming in that burst range. You want him to do the first move and then afterward punish accordingly. Because for now you see that whenever he's doing taking the initiative, well, Sisqui is going to be there to punish him afterwards, and 100% and 45%, sorry, on the side of Sisqui, he's going to get killed quickly, I hope, from the side of Sriks, because for now the damage are ramping up on his second stock.
Yeah, the wing is out, the wing is here, the drag down is ludicrous, still able to make it back though. Fantastic stuff from Sisqui, but looks like Sriks.
I have a sense of deja vu here.
I was about to say the same thing.
With that air dodge, quick air dodge on the side of Sisqui, getting punished accordingly by the side of Sriks. 75% behind, but he can do it. The one wing is on the table. Is it going to ramp up damage, or is it going to get killed? Before that, Sisqui is going to tell us.
Very, very curious indeed. Octaslash back onto the stage, but Sisqui, nice and comfy right there. Way back out.
He's looking for like a reaction on the side of Sriks. He's just truck it. You got the reaction here. Taking the mini bomb in the face before the charge. Shot la bola just did damage.
There's the stuff. Forward tilt coming out, fireball coming out as well. Going to defend a little bit right now, but he needs to find a kill very, very soon. Doing a great job though.
Wait, what? Was it the F smash? I thought it was going to be an up smash.
Well, it looks like Sisqui knew more than you or I, my friend, as he does fall through the platform and challenge it. Fantastic stuff. Could even bit of this input, but clearly Sriks had something cooking right there. Not quite coming out of the pan just yet, as Double Mare sends him all the way up.
Damage again ramping up. You have to remind you that now Sriks is on his last stock and in a pretty dire situation, because it seems like Sisqui does manage to move around the terrain way better than Sriks here, managing to get his distance to use those bolas, and then finally ending in such a good way.
Ludicrous read from Sisqui there, my
goodness. He was in his mind. This is not a read. He was the one writing the book here.
He took the controller and decided, that's it, we're rolling now. Get over here.
Give me that controller.
Fantastic stuff as you move into game 2. Sriks not really doing anything necessarily wrong, in the sense that, you know, doing a lot of the things, hitting a lot of their win conditions they had during that Lugi game. But alas, Sisqui, a different beast. Suddenly, they have to play so much more precise on a game that they were already playing really precise anyway.
Yeah, man, I mean, this is literally a huge... I'm looking about the last interaction. This is a huge message from the side of Sisqui. Like, you got to step up a bit your game there, because I knew exactly how you were going to react. You were playing exactly my palm during the whole set. This is how I see this last smash. This is literally... I know we are in the top 32 qualifier, but I knew exactly what you were going to do.
Ludicrous stuff. We've seen Sriks bow and battle before. Frankly, I think they will not be going down this easy from what I have seen. Now the Australian Sephiroth looking to bring it back on Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, throwing back on the ring Bastion, and here the side B is going to force the shield out from Sisqui, and the punish from the side of Sriks was there. Damage ramping, ramping up inside. Such a spin! Man, Sisqui, let him some time to breathe.
She got some long legs.
Is this how you greet people from other continents?
Remind me never to go to Spain, my goodness, as we are sent down. This is an adaptation from Sriks I really like a lot. He is trying to abuse those flares a lot more, let me tell you. That side B is going to come in very handy, especially against someone like Samus, who likes to sit there and charge that shot, who likes to up B out of shield. If you can keep those consistent, suddenly a lot more options become prevalent. But these morph bombs are just proving to be a real nuisance.
Yeah, the edge guard from the side of Sisqui is something that you need to be wary of, something that is known all around the world. And you can see already the damage. Wait! Perfectly well by side of Sriks, taking the stock here before dying. The game is even, and he can even gain some advantage. Never mind going to get hit by a Nair here.
Unfortunate, but what are you going to do against an intangible Samus right now? As a fantastic re-grab spike comes out. Ooh, I did not know that was a string, but apparently it is now. Sisqui has decreed it, as his force wing is out, chases the roll, sent out 99. This is the answer that Sisqui has come up with, Humming.
That was a 0 to death. That was a 0 to death, and there were so many good reads in there. Again, I think he's at 100% good reads up to now. However, I don't think he's going to get back on the terrain because the edge guard from the side of Sriks is perfect, and this was back-to-back 2-0 to death.
Disgusting stuff. Sisqui taking Sriks for a ride, and Sriks saying, you know what, whatever you can do, I can do better. As if the turn order makes sense to you, Hummingbee, it looks like this could be a dub for Sisqui. But Sriks, we have seen him make some ludicrous comebacks before. We're going to see if he can do it again.
And again, he may make it back again because of the wing, and this option is going to pack up some damage. But for now, we have to respect all the reads from the side of Sisqui. He didn't miss any of them, and when he was missing a few options, again, look at that. He knew he was going to jump, went for that back air, and he did catch so many of them before with those flares, with those bolas, with those there. He was there to catch everything from the side of Sriks, and he missed it once or twice, but he was in such a good position afterward that he couldn't get punished. So props for the Spanish player here. He's literally showing us how to play that matchup while being aggressive and just being so confident in your reads that you can just run the game as you like.
It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous, and confidence is the perfect word there. We saw Sisqui basically inventing these strings up off the fly. He understands what Sriks wants to do, and so he's just finding these ludicrous series of attacks.
You said it. He just understands exactly how Sriks is playing. So yeah, props to him. Again, finding a quick 20% here, but putting himself at disadvantage. Oh, that's fancy.
Let's find out right now. Using that top platform to avoid any kind of barrage. Still, Sriks has to find himself in that bubble, has to get himself a range, and he just can't afford to misplace his step, or else Sisqui is going to take it all out, losing a little bit of that patience there, I think, Hummingbee.
Yeah, he's losing his patience, and you know exactly that this is not a position you want to be in against someone such as Sisqui that can punish all your options if they are not safe. And he did manage to find a good phase here. The one wing is going to help him a bit, but look at the damage ranking up. 71% sorry, on the side of Sisqui is not getting enough. He can't kill yet, while on the side of Sriks, 136%. Next Bola is going to get the kill. Thank you for proving my point.
Ludicrous stuff. Sisqui a little bit more unhealthy than he usually is at the end of these bouts. Sriks doing a much better job at trying to risk it all on a Mega Flare, but alas, looks like should have been using the Donald Duck Zeta Flare.
We will die from that, yeah. Props for Sriks for the edgeguard phase as well, because he's always been clean with that. We've seen him last game against Luki, and now he's doing the same thing whenever he gets the opportunity. The problem is, against Sisqui, he doesn't have that much opportunities.
Certainly doesn't, as he does eat another neutral, be a perfect parry to avoid that Nair. The one wing is active. We're going to see if he can make it back right there. The tip of the fair coming out. In fact, he's actually beaten up by a jab, but he doesn't quite get the up air.
Yeah.
Thought that he was going to hit the terrain, but forced through after the up B.
Yeah, that was with land here for 10 seconds, but never mind. Back in that tense game we had up to now, you can see the damage ramping up on both sides. The wing is out from the side of Sriks. He can get a kill quickly here by a huge read, but do you want to commit against someone such as Sisqui?
That is the question. Let's see if we can find it down air. I know he was fishing for it, but he just wasn't far enough along for it to connect.
Indeed, and you can see that the way Sisqui coming back on the terrain every time is such a it's so obnoxious that you can't react to it. You can react to it, but you cannot predict it.
Certainly can't. There's another head-darting scenario. Waits far too long.
As we say in France, il a rompiche on ledge.
And what does that mean, my friend?
He slept on ledge. He slept on ledge here. I got punished accordingly, perfectly well by the side of Sisqui. He did manage to get a quick air dodge in there to get back on the terrain. Okay, good counter here to counter the up B.
One fair here is all it takes, but the morph ball is a little bit too slippery for Sriks to catch up with right now. Not going to push his advantage just yet. Knows those charge shots are flying. Needs to force Sisqui to commit to something else before he can find something a little bit safe. Can we find a tilt? Not quite enough. Sisqui is there with a jump. As we have just got the ball down back air.
Yeah, finally finding a good hit here and taking the kill. He was getting behind again. He did manage to get Sisqui on his last stock a few games before, so maybe this time is going to be enough for him. But look at the damage that Sisqui Cap is doing. Again, in like 5 seconds, a situation that was even in his hand.
Oh, Sisqui goes for the double fake out, but alas, it doesn't quite matter. Finds the heal and forces Sriks down a 3-0.
That was sexy. You have to admit it. Again, that double fake out. He did go for that a few times, but every time Sriks was still on the ledge. This time he was already back on the stage. He just wanted to like make a reaction out of it. Well, he did get it, and well, he did manage it accordingly with that nair, taking the kill and taking the set 3-0. It was kind of something.
Certainly it was. And, you know, we've mentioned before, it was very clear if you'd watched the last game just how strong Sriks' mental is.
Yeah.
You know, we saw he wasn't falling there to any sort of cheesy tricks. Those neutral special fake outs weren't going to catch him. The problem arose from the fact that Sisqui was just able to control space so well, just force Sriks to play on a line that was so faded. He just wasn't sure where was where, wasn't sure what the safe engage range was.
Again, as you said, he did keep his patience, and props to him for that. But Sisqui was just in his path again and again whenever he wanted to take a defensive option, whenever he wanted to get back on the ledge, or out of the ledge, whenever he wanted to just get in the middle of the terrain. And even when he wanted to go for the offensive, Sisqui was still planning ahead and knew exactly how to get out of these advantage phases. Hence why he did manage to get some kills with those edge guards, but that's all. If you look at the game overall, besides a few skirmishes from the side of Sriks, all the phases were won by Sisqui. And every time you had an advantage phase, it was Sisqui at the driver's seat.